So I'm up and getting ready for work. I got up at about 3-ish, 2:45, 3. First alarm was at 2:30. Started getting out of bed or moving my legs out of the bed where I just do like leg kicks, like hold it up in the air for a second. I was done with those by 3 and now I'm just twisting my back and forth. Well, not twisting it, I'm just moving my body side to side, slowly conditioning myself. I'll have to take the 5:45 bus. Um, I was able, in about 5 minutes, I just came back up from going outside and seeing how the cold affects me. It hurt a lot and I shook a lot. I barely made it back up the stairs, so I'm back sitting down doing my stretches. And I'll be taking the 5:45 bus. Now, the reason why I don't have to open the store until 7, I got the alarm code, I got my keys to open up the store. I'm by myself, obviously, there's nobody else there. So I'm doing all this stuff by myself. I gotta do cigarette count, open up the register, see what messes my co-workers left me. I gotta do paperwork, all that type of stuff. Now, normally I get all that done in 30 minutes, and I just open up the store as soon as I get there at 7. But I try to get there an hour early, and this is why. While I wait at the bus stop, sometimes I have seizures, shakes, or go unconscious. Well, if that happens, the bus doesn't stop for you and nobody calls you help. They don't, especially this early when it's blackout. No, the bus will just go past me and I won't be taking the bus then. That reminds me, I gotta bring a flashlight with me to wave the bus down too, or he blows past me. So I'm leaving an hour early because if I have a seizure, if I go unconscious, anything like that, I need a chance to still go to work. If I don't go to work, my bills don't get paid. My bills don't get paid, there's seizures every day. I'll never ever have any um, more security in my apartment, a home base. The seizures are so bad now, it would be almost impossible to get out of that trap. And it is, it's a societal trap. So, yeah, I have to deal with that. I'll be going in an hour early, and the cold really affected me downstairs. And this is during August. I remember what winter is like, so this is going to be an ongoing problem with me. I guess I'll just have to buy more heated gear and pray to God for strength. But yeah, I'm getting ready now. I'll leave an hour early at the 5:45 bus. That way, if I have a seizure, go unconscious, or anything goes wrong, I can still hopefully wake up 30 minutes to an hour later and take the next bus. Sometimes I go unconscious on the bus too. I have a seizure or I go unconscious from the cold, causing me to shake so horribly I cry in pain. I usually can't use my legs, so I'm on the ground, and then the bus blows past me. And then sometimes I wake up from this, try to go still to work. I call ambulances too, but I've had very little luck, and I've had to pay the price for going to the doctors. I've had to pay a financial big price for going to the doctors, and the doctors have done little to nothing. That's thanks to my mother and father and my father's third wife. They want to do little or nothing except for make doctors not understand what to do. So that's a big problem. But yes, I have a solution. Go early, and if it's a work day, still show up for work and then go to the emergency room and report what happened. Now, I have taken ambulances several times before when I have these seizures and they have them recorded. But they just give me Ativan shots. They tell me I had a seizure and then they send me out. That's about all they do. And I have a in-stay visit where they'll see more, where I'm going to stay in the hospital for 7 days in November, and they're going to be monitoring this neurological condition and the seizures. But today I got to open up my store and go to work, and I'm kind of happy about that. But here's the problem: I'm shaking. I'm quite in quite a bit of pain. It's very uncomfortable. It's hard to keep moving in the cold. And as well as there's going to be a lot of beeping and alarms when I go in the door. I have an alarm code. I got to turn it off as soon as I come in. Got to check the gas alarm. Got to do the register. These things make noise. And I'll be coming in straight from the cold, so I'm not going to look too good. I'm going to be in a lot of pain. It's like a lightning taser like pain. It's hard to describe. It's not quite a normal pain. It's more like getting tased. And it's been happening for 25 years. Anyways, And the way I'm going to deal with that is I put on a fake face. I smile. I'm polite. Well, that's not fake. My politeness and my care for everybody and the fact that I do my best job to give everybody the best care that they possibly can get. No matter if it's a customer, no matter if it's a homeless guy, no matter if it's a bum, it doesn't matter. Even if they're an elderly sex offender, I give them the care that they need. I don't care if my customer has a past, as long as you're remaining respectful, not causing trouble, no other customers have a problem with you, then yes, I will serve you and I'll do the best service you ever saw. And I get compliments on that all the time. But I have to put on a fake smile. I mean, I'll be tearing up in pain sometimes, but yet I'll have a fake smile on and just be helping the person. They go, oh, you look like you're in pain, but you seem so good about it. I said, yeah, because it's contagious. I'm not sure if you know what a dry drunk is. It's somebody who's sober, but they're not happy to be sober, so they're just an asshole. You get a lot of these people who were drunk, they get sober, and then they turn into these total assholes. Well, that's because they're not making an attempt to enjoy their life or try to do good in their life. They want to drink, and that doesn't matter to them. See, that's the thing. If I'm upset, if I'm in pain, and I just give attitude because I'm in pain, then that's just a dry drunk. That's all. No, I'm not going to give people attitude just because I'm in excruciating seizure like pain, neurological activity pain. I'm not going to put that on other people. No. The only person that needs to help handle that with me are the people that are partly responsible for doing it to me. So my father can handle that with me, and that's about all. Like, my customers don't even need to know about it. If they see me in pain and tears coming down because I'm in pain in my back, or it was not tears, it's more watering up. You can see when somebody's in excruciating pain. Plus, I shake a little bit. I'm trying to pass them a pack of cigarettes out. My hand will be shaking, so they can see it. But yeah, that's no reason for me not to be polite. That's no reason for me not to try to help them with the best of my ability. That's like, people will get minimum wage and they won't be able to pay their bills and they'll take it out on their customers. No, no, it's not your customer's fault that you're getting a low pay and your rent and milk and everything's going up higher than your pay. That's not their fault. You should still try to be respectful. You should still try to be helpful. You should still give them the best experience for walking in that store, as well as you're bringing up profits. You might get more money by having that positive outlook, by having that positive attitude. If you can't, if you're in a lot of pain and you're not really happy because you're in excruciating pain, just throw on a fake smile and still be polite. You can still do that. Yeah, it's a little fake to be smiling, but I've watched it. Many people do fake smiles. I mean, come on, I've watched my my father's third wife put on a fake smile half the time and then be completely rude and disrespectful. It's nothing new. People do it all the time. But see, the difference is I'm putting on a fake smile to give you comfort. I'm giving you the best care possible, and I don't care if you're being disrespectful. I'll let you. I mean, I'm used to that too. I watched my mother make up stories about me. My mother was completely disrespectful to me. There were a lot of times that my father was disrespectful to me. I mean, some of the things they said are just god awful. And now, even my father's third wife has said totally inappropriate things to me. Totally disrespectful, hurtful things. And then she smiles like it's no big deal. So people do this, but the difference with me is, if I'm in pain, if there's something I don't like that's going on with me, I'll put on a fake smile because I'm in pain and it's hard to smile when you're in pain. But I'll also give you the respect you deserve or the respect you don't deserve. There's a lot of disrespectful people that are just mad, coming screaming, or they're on drugs or something like that. And I have to just give them respect anyways, because I give everybody the benefit of the doubt. And then there is no reason to be a jerk. There is no good reason to be hurtful, to be disrespectful, or to be a jerk. I don't care what they did to you. I don't care what they said to you. There is no reason to do that. Two wrongs do not make a right. If I can suck it up with all the things that were said about me and to me, you can suck it up because somebody hit your car. Oh, you're going to disrespect everybody today? You're going to be upset and mad all day today because you got rear-ended? Oh, great. Well, guess what? I had my health taken from me. I can't get it fixed. When I go to the doctors, they don't want to do very much thanks to this record that my mother gave me. She made up stories to me. She gave me drugs. She blamed her alcohol abuse on me. She had a mental disorder and projected it onto me. My father doesn't want to do anything about it and just wants a vacation. I suffer. I have seizures. I have scars all over my face. So my face is all scarred up. My body is completely scarred up, my legs and all over. My back and head has been smashed against the cement to the point where it's been fractured. I've had multiple, I mean, I must be at 100 injuries by now. And you know what? I still give them respect. The person who did this to me, I still smile and give respect to them, even though they completely disrespected my body, even though they completely disrespected me, even though they completely make up stories and spread rumors that are not true about me. Even though they do that, I still give them respect. I give everybody their respect. When somebody holds up a knife or robs me, yeah, I'll make out a report and do what I gotta do. But a month later, I'll have a talk out with them. I'll give them respect and tell them what you did was wrong. I don't like it, but I'm moving past it. If you want to hold on to this, thinking I still care or I'm mad at you, that's fine. But no, I've moved past it. If you want to talk about it, I'm here. I can do that with people. I can give people the respect that they might not deserve or that they might deserve. And I suggest that people try it. Try having a positive outlook no matter what. You're in pain and you got rear ended and you just got out of the hospital and you have to go to work. Throw on a smile and give everybody the respect that they don't deserve or they do deserve. Try it. I mean, some people you just can't help. Some people will continue to hurt you no matter what you do. In that situation, you just stay away from them. If I have a customer pushing down carts acting violently, no, I'm going to have them removed. I'm going to ask them politely, give them respect, and say, hey, your behavior is inappropriate. I'm going to need you to leave. And if it's real bad, I'll have to say, my manager's probably going to tell me that you can't come back. If I get that notice after talking to her, you can't come back. And if they still don't, then the police have to be called. I mean, it's that simple, but you can give them the respect. And you also can tell people stuff to their faces. There's a lot of this two-face talking about people behind their back, and then everybody gets confused. Nobody has the right picture. Everything gets twisted. Well, part of that is you're not talking to the individuals involved. When you don't get to understand what the situation is, when you don't have all the information, then of course you can't get a full picture. You need all the information. You need to be spending a lot of time on that subject. Like I spent 25 years on this neurological disorder. That's how I have the words to describe it. But 15 years ago, I was calling it lightning in my back, an allergy, or the loss of all my senses. I had not the proper word. I didn't fully understand it because I still didn't spend the time with the doctors trying to understand it. Then again, I wasn't allowed to. When I brought it up to the doctors, it was shut down right away. I brought up my neurological condition with the doctors all the way from age 7 all the way to now. The only problem is before I was 18, I got shut completely down. I got called an allergy and nobody else wanted to hear anything. I was told to shut up, shut the fuck up, shut up, shut up, shut up about it. That's pretty much all I heard. I'm trying to get help from the doctor and I'm told to shut up about my health. Um, Still to this day, my family doesn't want to hear anything about what was done to me or my health issues. And after 25 years, that's disrespectful. But when I get a phone call from my father, I'm still respectful. When I talk to them, I still invite them to cookouts. I still try to spend time with them. I still make sure my nephew has some type of gift. And the only reason why I remember my nephew's birthday and just about nobody else's is because the most harmful person in my life, my adopted mother, that's the most harmful person in my life is my adopted mother. And her birthday was the exact same birthday as my nephew. I will never forget her or her birthday. Everything about that woman, I remember her look, I remember her eyes, I remember what she did to me, I remember what she said when I brought these things up. I will never forget a single interaction with that woman, with my adopted mother, not biological, adopted mother. You got to keep that in mind that this neurological condition also makes it hard to speak and certain times words will come out that are not the right word, that are close or in the brain similar in the same area. Your brain is wired where memories are held in cells, but a lot of these cells are in the same area. So in the same area of my brain, let's say that I got numbers. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, so on and so forth. All those numbers are held in your brain, in the same part of your brain. So when I'm trying to say a number, I'll picture it. Okay, I'm trying to say 298. So I'll say 268 because the 6 is right next to the 9, and in my brain those cells are very similar. So I send out a signal for the 9, but instead the signal for the 6 comes out and I say 6. That's very common. Keep that in mind when listening to me. But I'll hear it come out of my mouth. If it's the wrong thing, I'll stop myself and make a note of it. I always hear it. If I say the wrong word, I hear it. Sometimes I even have to do word replacement because it won't come out. I'll keep on trying to, I'll think of the number, I'll try to say it, and it gets stopped halfway down my nervous system. But today, at about 5:45, I'll be on the bus. At about 5:30, I'll be waiting at the bus stop. I'll be tracking it too on the phone so I don't have to spend as much time in the cold. If I have a seizure, though, I won't be taking an ambulance unless I seriously hit my head again. If I seriously hit my head or get injured, there's nothing I can do but wait there until ambulance comes. I have a life alert bracelet too, but I can't find it at this point. I think it might have fell off on the bus. So I'm waiting. I already ordered a new one, and I'm waiting for it to come in. I also have another bracelet that has all my emergency information in it, the doctor's orders, what to do if they find my body, things like that. That's on me right now. I have another one called a Life Alert. Well, it's a Life Banquet. It's the same thing as a Life Alert bracelet, but they have another company called Life Banquet. And that's the one I have. I've ordered a new one, so I'm waiting for that to come in. And that automatically calls you an ambulance after you have a seizure. At least it's supposed to. My last seizure, it didn't call, so I had to hit the red button. It doesn't work too well, I guess, for shakes. Maybe because of all the walking I do, they turned off that feature. I don't know. But it has a big red button you can press too. So when I wake up from a seizure, I can press it. But this is the high risk right here. It's at the bus stop, not at work. I have a heater in my bag to plug in if it's too cold at work. I have plenty of coping skills and solutions to the problems when I get indoors. Once when I get indoors, it's not that big a deal. I can work a full job, I can clean the house, I can get shit done. I just have to be careful of loud noises and cold, really, indoors. So if I bring a heater with me, plug it in, it's usually not that big a deal. But at the bus stop, you're not plugging anything in, and those jackets don't do enough. I still have plenty of seizures, even with 10 layers on of clothing. It doesn't matter if it's heated or not. It will help a little bit the more if I have a heated vest, a winter jacket, 4 layers of clothing, and a thermal. If I have all that on, yeah, it will help, but I still have a lot of my body that's not covered. I mean, I wear a scarf too. Like, I'll be wearing a scarf at the bus stop, and it's August. Keep that in mind. This is the warmest time of the year, and I'm dressed like it is 0 degrees out. I'll be dressed in a scarf, all these layers. I have a really, really thick sweater to go underneath my heated. I got a heated vest underneath, ready to go, and I have a winter jacket to go on the outside of this. I also have a scarf ready. So I got all these heavy clothing. I'm not sure if you can see how heavy this is, but it is a heavy sweater. It's an old man sweater I call. I love this. It's like getting a big bear hug. This sweater is so comfortable. So I just wear a vest underneath this, a thermal shirt, a t-shirt over that thermal. Then I got this sweater, sometimes even another sweater underneath, or instead of the sweater underneath, a heated vest. Then I end up putting a winter jacket over this, and I'm good to go. I also bring a heater with me, so as soon as I get in the door, I'll plug it in, turn it on, and start getting the store ready. And I run the store by myself when I'm there. Now, today, because it's my first day back and they don't want to overdo it, at about 2 o'clock, somebody's supposed to be coming in to relieve me. So I'll be doing about 6, I'll get there by 6 and I'll be out by 2. That's not too bad. That's a pretty short shift. For me, that's very short. That's only like a 6-hour shift. That's a very short shift for me. Usually I'm just opening and closing, so I get there at 6 or 7 and I leave at 7 or 8. That's what I was doing. But this is my first day back with multiple injuries, so they probably want to take a look on the cameras at how I'm doing. They have a special camera where they can talk to you through it if there's any problems. Now, they've never talked to me through it, but they said there is a button on an iPad. They have these iPads at home where if they want to check in the store, they can see what's going on in the store and they can talk to you or hear through it. So that's how the management is able to see what's going on. Even though they've never really talked to us through it, they never it came up with any footage or anything. I've never even thought about the cameras because it's never even been talked to me about it. But what they have done is texted me, oh, I need a gas price change. I need, stuff like that. You'll get a text message on your phone. It's really important that you have a cell phone ready at work. This is one of the few jobs where they want you to have a cell phone at work. They want you to be on the cell phone at work. As long as there's no customers or nothing to be done, you can even throw on music. That way I know when the messages are coming in too. I'll throw like background music that's more like Walgreens. I don't blast it to the point where the customers are pissed off. I never do that. I put it on low. I have this Bluetooth speaker system that I installed behind some of the produce and stuff like that. So if you go to like the back of the coffee machine, there's a speaker attached to the back of the coffee machine so nobody can see it. It's pointed at the wall, and I just hit a button, boom, 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 and the day we got store music, and it's usually just elevator music or some symphonies or just some Christmas music. Or I even during about last Christmas time I was putting in some Dean Martin Christmas songs and stuff. So you had some Christmas songs in the background. Mostly just stuff you would hear at other stores. Nothing like crazy or that all it's so all customers can enjoy coming in. Sometimes in the morning I'll even throw on the news real low, and people will come in and they'll hear the news on it. And customers are giving me compliments on the way that I handle that and the way I installed it. They just wish my coworker would stop blasting rap music on it and destroying them. And customers don't even want to come in. It's so loud, they told me. So I've had a couple talks with her about that, but she probably won't listen to me. And we're allowed to have our music loud. My manager has given us full permission to play this very loud. She says I don't even have to turn it off when customers come in. And I told her, no, no, no. For the elderly people we're hearing, I want to turn it completely off. I know it's quiet, but sometimes they talk really quietly. Sometimes they can't hear me, so I want to be able to fully engage them. So I have a pause button right next to the register if I ever need to pause it. Now, my other coworker doesn't do any of that. She plays rap very loud, very obnoxiously, and a customer can't even hear what she's saying. I've explained to her you can turn it low like I do so you can hear the customer, talking to you, or you can pause it when they come in too. I also do that for certain customers. Even though it's real low, it's easier for me to understand some of them. Some of them talk real funny. Some of them have disabilities. So at those times, I pause it so I can hear them a little better. And like I said, it's never allowed in the first place. So you're barely supposed to be able to make out the words. I mean, barely. When you go in the Walgreens, lower than that volume is what I'm going for. And Walgreens is right across the street from me. So I get to test it out. Okay, so that's how loud they have it. Let's turn it a notch lower than that. Put on a variety of things that most people would like. Because we're looking to please almost everybody. Not me. Well, what I want doesn't matter. What the customers want, that's what matters. I'm being paid to be there. I'm trying to bring in more customers, and I'm trying to make them happy. But there's a little problem with that. I get flooded. While my other coworkers say that things are really slow on their shifts and they don't get as many people, I seem to get flooded like crazy when I start working. Now, that won't happen for another couple of weeks because they don't know I'm back yet. I've been getting reports that people have stopped shopping at the store since I left. And as soon as I come back, they're going to come back shopping there. Well, I'm going to be back, so hopefully they'll come back now. I'm back. The good employee is back. We're going to get somewhere with this. Oh, don't worry, come back. I'm here to serve you. Zach is back.